back in 1962, 63, around that, it wasn't diagnosed, It was like you'd have a dun sat on your head. You were, exhibited as failure.
Yeah.
So once you hear that word failure, then it's all over, more or less.
Gosh.
But academic-wise, yes, but not you as a person. See, I just lost me in school.
Yeah.
But when I was out of school, I found me.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's really interesting because so often we sort of complain about how far we've still got to go on all of the understanding of autism and neurodivergence generally. But when you talk about those days, there was really, really nothing. And it makes you realise, we've got a way to go, but we've come a long way. Let's go over to John because now you work with Willard and you support Willard. I've got written here. But how did you first come to work with Willard?
That'd be by a complete happy accident, as it'd be known in the art world.
Something like that, yeah.
We were both in a pub in the Cotswolds in a place where we shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been there. Willard shouldn't have been there. And we bumped into each other in the pub and sat down, talked to each other. And from the moment we started talking to each other, it was clear that we both knew people with each other that were known to each other. And even me and Willard were known to each other, but didn't actually know each other.
Yeah,
but we were known to each other. And I sat there and he was telling me, he said, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "Well, no." He said, "Oh, I've got this little exhibition going on over the road. Would you like to have a look?" I said, "What's it all about?" He said, "I'm the guy that makes things on the heads of pins." I said, "I know you.
Yeah.
You made a sculpture of a friend of mine's whose brother had died and you made a sculpture for him maybe 15 years ago." He was like, "Yeah, that's me." And someone I employed at the time was also connected to Willard. So we was talking and Willard kind of disclosed in conversation that he said, I'm at the point of giving up public art. He said it's brought me heartache and pain, and I'm just going to do it just for me, because I'm a bit fed up with it.
Often the case.
Yeah, and I said, "Well, why?" And he just said, "Well," and he started telling me his story of not just from his school life, but how his working life had changed. And I sat there and thought, wow, this would be such a shame for him not to be seen. So we just started talking together and he put something in front of me and said, "What do you think to that?" I said, "I don't think that's so good." And he said, "Do you think you could do better?" And I said, "Yes." And 4 or 5 days later, I presented Willard with a whole new gallery brochure for him to look at. And he was like, wow. And our relationship began. But I never began as Willard's manager. I started as his, what just turned out to be his friend and someone that would listen and someone that he was talking to. And gradually Willard found trust in me and then started asking me, "Would you look at this? Or would you look at that? I could do someone helping with this. Could you look at that?" And I just started looking at those things. And then one day I got given the lofty title of manager.
Basically, it was a synchronisation, you see, because I had other people that were managing me, but they were managing for the wrong reason. They just wanted to make money.
Yeah, of course.
And that was horrible because, they took advantage of me financially. Some people did. But when John came along, John could see something I couldn't see within myself.
Yeah.
And helped me to bring out more of me.